Hello everyone and welcome to my day 2 of my 100 days of DevOps challenge. So let's start with the foundations of DevOps today, the prerequisite. So first thing first, if you want to do any particular thing, like you want to run, you want to play anything like badminton or any outdoor game, like badminton, volleyball, basketball, football. So you need to go to a particular place, right? Particular place like a ground. If you want to learn, if you want go to school, if you are sick, go to doctor. So something like that. There is a particular requirement for any particular task. Okay. So similarly in DevOps, there is in the basic basis of everything is a computer in IT sector. Okay. So how do you operate a computer? So computers are mostly operated using one thing which is called operating system. Okay, a particular set of instructions that is given. So here is the DevOps roadmap for which we'll be following from here onwards. So here is the operating system. Any device, any hardware you want to use, you need an operating system in that. A particular set of instructions you need to give to a particular machine like bicycle, bike, or a car or anything. Okay, then it will generates the output as per it is designed. Okay, similarly computer is designed for complex operations. So how do we interact with how do we provide inputs to a computer using an operating system? Okay, operating system is the base layer of softwares on which all other softwares run. So this is the operating system. Okay, now moving is software X. Yeah, so this is how the this is how the operating system lies. So there are multiple types of devices in market. Similarly there are different operating systems for those software. Like if I go, oh sorry, like there are desktops. Okay, desktops, laptops, anything. So there are these three operating systems which are mostly used in all the desktops. Mostly Windows and Mac are most common in desktop. Linux is in like desktop environment. Linux is a little bit used. In fact, I use Linux as my my operating system. Then there are servers. Everything in web runs on a server. Okay, so these servers also have the operating systems available. Mobile devices like Android, iOS, and there are embedded OS. Embedded OS I haven't worked on them, but there are OS. These are the OS that enable us to run IoT devices. Okay, so these are the four types of operating systems. Now just understand what does an operating system means. Suppose you have a computer. Okay, this box is a computer. So how would these users interact with this particular computer? Okay, suppose there is user 1, user 2, user 3, the admin user or anything. So how would they provide instructions to that? Okay, suppose user 1 need to create a particular Excel sheet about a report on an Excel sheet. Okay, user 2 wants to run a particular, like watch a movie. Okay, admin user need to update the softwares or update the update the software OS or anything, run the update on the system. So how would they do that? So it is very simple. First of all, any hardware needs an OS. Okay, OS is required. OS could be Windows, Linux, Mac. There is Chrome OS also, and Chrome, Android, iOS, and many other. Okay, so all other software like there would be Excel. Okay, MS Excel. Let's say that MS Excel would be running on top of this particular OS. Okay, OS provides an interface here like VLC media, VLC player. Okay, then here would be system console, like system console, or what would be said, admin tools. Okay, so these user would interact to these particular tools. Okay, so these users would interact with the computer using with these softwares. These are also software, this is also software, but it's a base layer that provides capability for these softwares to run on a hardware. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Okay, let's just color code it. I think Okay, so these are the instructions, and from here onwards, this OS will help them interact with MS Excel. Okay, or this user, and MS Excel is there. Oh, so hardware only understands the language of binary. Okay, binary language like bits and bytes and all that. But it's the responsibility of operating system to convert those complex operations like MS Excel to create a new create, read, write, delete, these kind of operations on a particular file using operating system and all that. So this is how the operating system looks like. Okay, so in market, in DevOps, which operating system shall we use? So what are the operating systems? First of all, let's understand that. Okay, so we have understood that there are there are different devices, and for different devices there are different kind of operating system. So there is Windows operating system. Okay, so Windows operating system is mostly for office suites, like mostly for user friendly GUI. Okay, user friendly GUI. You don't have to run you don't have to dig deeper into the operating system. You can just turn on the computer, do your job, and that's it. Okay, so for any document creation, anything or something, document creation, play, gaming, mostly Windows is for that. So Windows is Windows operating system is for that. It also provides server support, but the server I the number in which the count of the servers that are Windows in the cloud world is very less as compared to Linux. Okay, now moving toward the Mac OS. Okay, so what Mac OS? Mac OS is optimized. It is an Unix based optimized software, optimized operating system that is designed to perform very well on dedicated hardware like M2 chip or something like that. Apple created hardwares. Okay, so hardware devices are limited, but it has excellent performance. In fact, I use Mac as well along with the Linux. So you can do uh, graphical representations and all that on Mac, and gaming also. There are various things, but it is premium, and server support is not that much popular in Mac. Okay, now comes to my favorite operating system, which is Linux. Linux has various distributions. Okay, like if you like gaming, go for there is Arc OS, Arch Linux, I think. So that there is one variant of Arch Linux that is optimized for gaming. I myself use Ubuntu. Okay, so if I just go, so here you can see. Let me make it bigger. So I am using current version is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is very user friendly. If Ubuntu is like it has extensive support, so a vast community for that. And I think if you want to start with Linux, start with Ubuntu. Okay, or maybe RHEL. RHEL is a RHEL Red Hat Enterprise Linux, so it is mostly comes at subscription based. Or you are a developer, so you can get a developer version, but there is a process for that. So I would suggest start your Linux journey with Ubuntu 95. I think if I'm not wrong, 95. Let me just search over here. Most popular OS in cloud. Yeah, you would say Linux is the most popular operating system. Okay, if I just check statistics, anywhere I go, I'll see. Let's just check for images. I think I might get graphs or something. Yeah. Storage, no, not cloud storage. Most popular. Desktop, I think Windows is one, but I Yeah, so here if you can see, what is this? Yeah. Hmm. So 62% of all the global server operating system market share, 62% is covered by Linux. Okay, then Unix is also base system of Linux. Windows servers are also being used around 25%, I think. Yeah, almost 25%, and there are other servers around 10% or so. So Linux is the most popular operating system in DevOps. Okay, so this is how uh, Linux is. It is my favorite, I would say. And if you want to start your DevOps journey, start using Linux from day one. Okay, start using, just no problem if you know anything or don't. You can use virtualization softwares to create a virtual machine. You will know what is a virtual machine now. So you can get that. And why Linux is very popular here. So highly customizable, allowing user to tailor the OS to their needs, like I have said. So it provides you an it is open source. First of all, you can just create your own OS uh, using the code base. Okay, there are various versions. Kali Linux for cyber security. For advanced cyber security feature, there is Parrot OS. Okay, then for enterprise support, RHEL. Ubuntu is one of them. Ubuntu is my favorite, and then there is Arch Linux for gaming, Garuda Linux. It is, so there are various versions. You just have to uh, get in. In fact, if you, I don't know if you are aware of, I think Snowden. Snowden is the name of that person. Henry Snowden, or yeah, Edward Snowden. Yeah. So Edward Snowden is currently a Russian citizen, American refugee to Russia. So he's a cybersecurity expert who has it is a very interesting story. In fact, a movie named Snowden has been uh, made on him. So just check and you'll get to know who he is. He is a cybersecurity expert and has leaked some very confidential secrets of U.S. government. So highly classified information. So of National Security Agency of America. Okay, so USA. So currently a Russian citizen. So he in fact uses one operating system, OS used by Edward Snowden. He uses a, that is very interesting, Cubes OS. Okay, so this is a Cubes OS. It does not require much hardware. It is just a USB drive. You can use it. Tails. There are various some operating systems that do not in fact not even leave a trace behind. Okay, so there are a vast usage of this Cubes OS is mostly for security purpose. It does not leave trace or anything. So if you get into Linux, you'll get to learn how vast it is and how beautiful it is. Okay, so highly customizable, secure, less vulnerable to malwares. Windows is in fact in Windows there are multiple attempts to hack or something. So in Linux, however, it is less vulnerable to malware. It is also vulnerable, but not as compared to other operating systems. Mac OS is also highly secure since it is Unix based. So security is given for that. And then there is user permission structure, open source code, and everything. So security is very well in Linux operating system. It is lightweight, like I have said, just a pen drive, and just a thumb drive can be used as a computer. You just need hardware, plug your thumb drive, and you can use it as a computer. Okay, so it does not require much resource. In fact, Windows mostly require high resource consumption. Okay, Windows is for high resource consumption. For Linux, it is a steeper learning curve, because when you switch from very user friendly environment to Linux, mostly, in fact, I'll just tell you a story. When I was in final year of my college, so no, I think in specialization. So yeah, so I have bought a new computer, this very system on which I'm currently operating. So this very system I have bought at the time in 2019, and within a month I have switched it to Linux, because for Windows resource consumption is so high, and I have to create. If you have watched my previous video, so there was a project that I have been creating. So in that I have used this very system to create a node for a private cloud. Okay, so Linux is and from then on, I have been using Linux as my primary operating system. Even I'm not very well in Windows operating system. I have forgot something, so that's that. But in Linux, that has improved my Linux knowledge and helped me. And in fact, I have learned and practiced system administration through this as well. I think 2017 it was, not 2019, 2017, something like that. I can't recall, but it is a long time since I have bought this. So this is how it is. So it people would say Linux has limited support, but I oppose that, because Linux community is very vast. All the techies are there for anything you want to know, anything you want to ask. So just start using Linux. One liner, nothing more, nothing less. Just start using Linux. Okay. Then there is Chrome OS. It is also very lightweight, primarily web-based operating system, and run on any device, any hardware like Android, Linux application or anything. But for performance, I think for offline support it is not very well. So just this is how I think I have some prepared. Let me check. I have on data with comparison of these OSs. Yeah. Here in Ubuntu you can find LibreOffice. So this is the LibreOffice. Okay, this is the LibreOffice suite, and you can find every utility that is provided by, like here this is the Excel alternative for Excel. Start using it, then you will learn on the way. So what are the features they have? Primary feature, general users, game, business and all that. For Windows it is paid. Yeah, it is paid. Limited customizability since it is not open source. Security moderate, not very well. Software support extensive, because there is a whole community of Microsoft developers, so there is extensive support. But here extensive, some compatibility issue. Then performance is moderate, not high. In fact, I wouldn't say high, moderate performance. If I take this machine has 8 core, I think i5 processor, Intel i5 processor, and 20 GB I have updated the RAM. So earlier in when I have upgraded my RAM, upgraded my memory on this very system, so I was facing the issue of, I think, blue screen error or black screen error, since the acceptable amount is only for 16 GB for Windows. Then I switched to Linux and it is running smooth, so no worries in that. Then macOS, first of all, security is very well, performance is well. However, it comes on a premium cost. Okay, for creative professionals, gaming is also smooth on macOS, but for creative like since the operating system is very optimized to optimize for the hardware, so performance is very good on here. Then creative tools, mostly for graphical data visualization or editing or something like that, so macOS is great. For Apple hardware, then Linux, favorite one. So developer, tech enthusiasts are most primary audience on this. Free, yeah, it is free. In fact, premium OSs like not premium, this Red Hat, even if it requires cost, you can use it for free if you are not using it for business purposes. Okay, customizability high, very high. Security high, support is also extensive. Performance varies from OS to OS. Okay, there is OS for security, cyber security, OS for gaming, OS for general purpose use, OS for enterprises and everything. Integration, very strong community. I would say you can use, in fact, if you are aware of Raspberry Pi, so Raspberry Pi, we can install Linux on that as well. Then there is Chrome OS, mostly for, it is very lightweight OS, web-based OS basically for students. I wouldn't say anything on this one since I haven't used it, but these three I have used, and I can provide a review on that. So now how do we get started with Linux? Okay, we understood this is great, and if you just search on internet about what OS is and how you can get so many things. So let's just dive into practicals. Okay, so how would you start learning Linux in this? Okay, in fact I have started my career as a system administrator, and Linux knowledge is helped me a lot. Okay, in fact I'm still using Linux for that purpose only. So yeah, just start. So I would say just search for VirtualBox. Okay, VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox. It is an open source free software for virtualization. There are various others like VMware. I have used that, VMware, vSphere, ESXi server. So there are a lot of things in that. VirtualBox, you can just go open this, search for on Google VirtualBox, go to downloads. Okay, this virtualbox.org, go to downloads and get started. You can just install VirtualBox over here. So there are multiple versions available, Windows, Mac. If you are a Mac user, I would suggest to use UTM. UTM is also based, I think, similar to VirtualBox. I'm currently using it. So for Mac, use this UTM software. Okay, you can find it, I think, in App Store. It is available. UTM virtual machine for Mac. Okay, so this is that. For Linux distribution, I am currently using VirtualBox in my Linux system, which is Ubuntu. Here you can find Ubuntu 24. Okay, I think I need to update my version. Latest version is GPL3 VirtualBox 7.14. Let me check my VirtualBox. VirtualBox -v. Oh, it has started VirtualBox. Okay, no problem. Maybe I forgot the command. No worries, we already have internet, so let's use that. VBox manage version. Okay, VBox is the command. VBox. Yeah, so I have older version and the latest supported version is 7.1.4. So I have to update it. I'll do it later on, or maybe you can also see the commands that I use. So this is the Ubuntu operating system, which is a Debian based operating system. So the package manager here is aptitude. Okay, so if I have to update, sudo apt-get or apt-get update, apt-get update, both work the same way, but apt-get is optimized for installation. Update VirtualBox. Let's just update it. Let's just update everything. Okay. So this is the CLI, okay, command line interface. So this is how it looks like, and here every instructions that you put goes using the commands itself. Okay. So till the time it updates, let's just check for the VirtualBox. So Ubuntu provides the user interface, quite good user interface. It is as seamless as Windows, I would say. Just start using it. You'll knock down each and every myth on your way. So here so what is virtualization? First of all, let's understand. This is my Ubuntu OS, right? However, I have installed Red Hat Linux, Kali Linux over it. Okay. So how can I install two operating systems on one machine, or more than two, in fact? So in hardware, I think there is dual boot. Yeah, there is dual boot method, but you can't use both your operating systems together in dual boot. If one is on, another is off. Okay. This is Kali machine. Okay, I can run it. In fact, I can use Ubuntu as well. This is the Ubuntu system. Okay, this is Ubuntu machine. Okay, similarly it is Kali Linux. Since I'm in cybersecurity, I time to time use it. So now I'll go to Red Hat. So this is my Red Hat operating system. Okay, so this is I am running currently 3 operating systems at once, and I can switch to any of them at any time. So what is virtualization here? Let's just understand. If I have a hardware, a laptop available, so virtualization, this hypervisor, we can say, will dig deeper into that also. It is also a core concept. In core concepts, we'll dig deeper. So virtualization provides us capability to virtualize the hardware, virtualize the computer system. Okay, and there is one more method. It is very fast, very much faster than, which is called containerization. Containerization is also it also provides an isolated environment. Like in virtualization, this is an isolated operating system, isolated machine itself, this Red Hat. Okay, if I run any command in Ubuntu, it won't affect this, and if I run any other operating system, any other command in this Red Hat, it will not affect my Ubuntu system. So this is how it is related. So it virtualizes the hardware. Okay, here in Kali also the same thing. But if I have virtualization, I think in virtualization, if we dig deeper, so virtualization does not share in virtualization, it does not share the kernel. Okay, kernel. Kernes. Okay. In virtualization, it does not share the kernel of virtual machine and host OS. On the OS on which we have installed virtual machine is called host OS. So this is how it looks like. However, in containerization, the kernel is shared, so it only virtualizes the operating system. Okay, like if I use Ubuntu, if I use Windows, and I run a Ubuntu container on top of that. Okay, so in that kernel is shared. Host OS kernel is shared with the container OS. Okay, that is the OS virtualization. This is hardware virtualization. That is that is operating system virtualization. So we'll understand that. And once you have started, like if you want to go into cybersecurity, I would say Kali is very what we can say cybersecurity oriented. But if you aim for cybersecurity, just start using Kali. Or the best one is Ubuntu for if you are looking for an user-friendly application. So this is how. So how would you set up? Let me just set up a new machine for you. I'll just close this one. Even if it is a virtual system, it uses resource from the same hardware. So that is power off. Yes, power off. I'll close this one right at also. Okay. So you can just go to internet, search for like Ubuntu ISO download. Okay, just search this. Download Ubuntu desktop. It will provide you desktop version. Then there is server version also available. So server versions are like LTS support and all that. So this is the, you can download it from here. Here it shows the size of that particular, and you can start with that. Then if I Kali Linux, or let's just say I don't have Parrot Linux on my system, so Parrot OS ISO download. Okay, Parrot security, it is a security centralized, or we can say optimized for a security version only. So you can install multiple versions. Here Docker is also available. Yeah, one more thing. you wouldn't find, I think, Docker for Windows OS. Okay, Docker image for Windows OS. Microsoft Windows. Okay, it is a base image. I think it has been provided. We are not building container image with the Windows server release. Okay, they also have provided the machine. So let's just try it on in our journey. That's how tech world is moving so very fast. So that you need to get updated every time. So I'll just go like virtual machine. Okay, there is live version or everything. I just go for virtual machine. Choose edition. I think security edition. What is my architecture? ARM. No, I think AMD. So VirtualBox, I'm using VirtualBox, so I'll be downloading VirtualBox variant. It will take some time. Oh my god, 6 GB. Let me check my internet. Okay, so it will take some time. Let's just go where I think I might have some old ISO available. I just have to create a new version. Select ISO image. Here I have RHEL available with me. I might have others. ISO files. Yeah, Kali, Parrot, RHEL, for exam, Ubuntu. Multiple versions I have. I think I'll go for this one. You'll find multiple tutorials on YouTube on how to use this. How to use. I just provided around 8 GB. Okay, and I think 2 boards would be sufficient. X 80 GB here. Next and finish. Okay, my machine is created now. Like hardware, you have to install. I can just directly go for it will provide me an interface for Parrot Linux, and yeah, it has started. Another OS added to my virtual machine in my arsenal, so I can move ahead with that. Okay, so this is all for today. Introduction to operating systems and all that. Maybe tomorrow we'll understand about the Linux some more, some basic commands, some mostly on Ubuntu itself, not other versions. So you can use whichever version, but I would suggest you to, if you want to follow along with me, so I would suggest you to use Ubuntu Linux, and then we'll move ahead with that. Ubuntu is very user friendly. You can use GUI as well as CLI, and almost everything I'm doing right now, in fact making this video and everything, is on Ubuntu machine itself. Okay, so it performance is good. There might be some issue you face, but that will add into your learning. Okay, you'll learn so many things in that. So this is how you'll get to learn everything. So let's connect tomorrow for day 3 of our 100 days of DevOps journey. And yeah, thank you all. Thanks for all your support. And if you feel anything, if you want to say anything, you can just comment it or DM me on LinkedIn. So mostly I'll respond since there are not much audience available right now on this tutorial. But yeah, I'll respond. Whenever I am available, when I have some bandwidth. So today I got delayed due to some work. So that is all. So thank you all.